Why it is important for Christians to keep the seventh-day Sabbath. Many people ask why it is important for Christians to keep the seventh-day Sabbath. The Bible provides clear and powerful answers. In this study, we will examine 7 biblical facts about the Sabbath, taken directly from Scripture. Fact 1. The Sabbath is God's memorial of creation. After creating the heavens and the earth in 6 days, God rested on the seventh day. Genesis chapter 2, verses 1 through 3, tell us that God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it. By resting, blessing, and sanctifying the seventh day, God established the Sabbath as a weekly reminder that He is the Creator of heaven and earth. Every Sabbath we keep testifies that the true God is our Creator. Fact 2. The Sabbath is the seal of God. A biblical seal contains 3 elements: a name, a title, and a territory. In the 4th commandment, we find all 3. God's name is the Lord your God. His title is Creator. His territory is heaven and earth. Exodus chapter 20, verses 8 through 11, show that the Sabbath uniquely identifies the true God as the Creator and serves as His divine seal. Fact 3. The Sabbath is a sign of sanctification for God's people. In Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 12, God declares that He gave His Sabbaths as a sign between Himself and His people. The Sabbath reveals that it is God who sanctifies His people. By keeping the Sabbath, believers acknowledge that holiness comes from the Lord, not from human effort. The Sabbath identifies those whom God is setting apart as His own. Fact 4. The Sabbath is a memorial of redemption. After Jesus completed His work of salvation on the cross, He rested in the tomb on the Sabbath day. Luke chapter 23, verses 52 through 56, record that His followers rested on the Sabbath according to the commandment. On the first day of the week, Jesus rose from the dead. The Sabbath therefore points not only to creation, but also to redemption, reminding us that salvation is a completed work. Fact 5. Sabbath observance shows love and obedience to God. Jesus Himself said in John chapter 14, verse 15, "If ye love me, keep my commandments." True love for God is expressed through obedience. Those who genuinely love Christ will keep all of God's commandments, including the 4th commandment, the seventh-day Sabbath. Obedience is not a burden, but a response of love. Fact 6. God's end-time people keep the Sabbath. Revelation chapter 14, verse 12, describes God's remnant people as those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. In the last days, God has a people who remain faithful to all 10 commandments, including the Sabbath. Their obedience identifies them as loyal to God in a time of global deception. Fact 7. The Sabbath will be kept in the new earth. The book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verses 22 and 23, tells us that from one Sabbath to another, all flesh will come to worship before the Lord. The Sabbath is eternal. It existed at creation, is observed by God's people today, and will continue throughout eternity in the new earth. God's Sabbath is not temporary. It is everlasting. Throughout Scripture, the seventh-day Sabbath stands as a sacred gift from God to humanity. From the very beginning, God established the Sabbath at creation, blessing and sanctifying the seventh day as a memorial of His creative power. The Sabbath is also a sign of sanctification, identifying God as the one who sets His people apart. It reveals a relationship built on love, trust, and obedience. Jesus Himself honored the Sabbath, resting in the tomb after completing the work of redemption. In doing so, he showed that the Sabbath points not only to creation, but also to salvation. The question for each of us is simple. Will we honor the day that God Himself has blessed?